Hey, what's up you guys? Bloody Jacob here to bring you a video review, this time of the series premiere of the new CW drama, Containment. And, I've been meaning to check out the show for a while, it just premiered tonight. And, I was looking forward to it a good amount. A lot of things involved, a lot of people involved with it, I should say, that I've seen previously in certain other shows, which we'll talk a little bit more about later as far as the cast goes. But I was looking forward to this one. As I said, it's on the CW, and it has a simple premise. Something we've all kind of seen before. As Wikipedia says, the series follows an epidemic that breaks out in Atlanta, leaving the large city quarantined and those stuck on the inside fighting for their lives. And we've seen stuff like that before. I mean, we've seen that in movies, other shows, even The Strain. They're slowly kind of doing like a different type of breakdown of, it's a different type of infection, obviously, but so it's not really overly original as far as the premise goes. And the outside verse knock against it, it's something we've kind of seen before, but at the same time, it does have a lot of good things going for it. First off, it's developed, or at least, one of the producers, I should say, is Julie Plec, who of course developed the Vampire Diaries and is the creator of the original spin-off. And then the first episode, the pilot episode from tonight, was actually directed by David Nutter, who is actually a Emmy-award winner for his work on directing Game of Thrones. He directed episodes in Season 2, I believe, and also Season 3, including The Reigns of Castamere. So he's a pretty notable director. As far as I know, he just directed the pilot episode for this one, but still definitely a cool credit to the show for sure, right off the bat. And what really got me interested in the show, though, was certain members of the cast. We have Chris Wood. He plays one of the two male lead characters. He plays Jake Riley, and if you guys watch Vampire Diaries, he played Kai in Season 6. So it's cool to see him sort of as one of our male leads on here, Then we also have Claudia Black, who played Dahlia in Season 2 of the originals, and I just thought she was one of the best villains of the originals, along with Michael and stuff like that. So it's really cool to see her on here. She's a character who's brought in to sort of initiated this whole containment and quarantine thing, so she plays a pretty significant role too. We also have the actress who played Genevieve on the originals as like one of the first people to really get infected that we know of on the show. So she gets killed off pretty quickly, but it's still cool to see her. And as far as the actual infection goes, we don't know that much about it. It just starts happening, and I'm sure we'll find out more about it as the show goes along. Right now, it's only supposed to be a limited series. People kind of get mixed up on what limited or event series means sometimes. As far as I know, limited series could mean that it has potential to have more episodes, but they're not necessarily like jumping the gun and filming more right now. But if it does well, then they could very well give it like a Season 2 and stuff. I could see it as being like a one season thing, or I could see it continuing into something more too, so we'll see where it goes. And as far as the first episode goes, I did like it. I probably should have said that sooner, considering within the first couple months I already critiqued something about it. But I did like the episode. Like I said, it has a really solid cast. Like I said, Chris Wood, Claudia Black, they both do really good. But I also want to mention David Gyasi. I may have pronounced his name wrong, but you guys know how often I do that. But he was in Interstellar recently. He's been in Doctor Who, apparently. A bunch of other stuff. And, he's like our other male lead besides Chris Wood's character. He's Sergeant, he's part of the police, as is Chris Wood's character. And, they have a mini love triangle sort of going on in it, with Chris Wood's character and David Gyasi's. Basically, one of the subplots to this episode was that David Gyasi's girlfriend, you know, I forget her name on the show. So let me see if I can look this up real quick. Hold on. Okay, but anyway, her girlfriend, his girlfriend on the show is actually on an episode of Nikita, which I've been, you know, still watching and stuff. But basically, you know, she's having doubts about moving in with him, and there's this whole thing about that. And then apparently Chris Wood's character previously dated her, so there's that whole kind of history between the three of them. We don't know that much about her, that much about the details of why, you know, Chris Wood's Jake character and her broke up, but again, we'll probably find out more about that. But, you know, it's kind of CW, so we do have to have that type of thing in there, I guess. And really, we kind of need, like, these, not necessarily romantic, but, you know, some personal connections to really care about at least certain people being together or not, or being divided at a time. So it kind of makes sense that they'd have to have something set up like that. And then another character I actually did get to like, along with Jake and David Gyasi's character Lex, was a teacher who is played by Kristen Gutoskie. I don't know. I'm really terrible with names. I constantly embarrass myself by trying to pronounce ones on here. But, you know, she plays it looks like a preschool or a kindergarten teacher, and, you know, she gets stuck in the hospital, and along with Jake, and, you know, they're both kind of locked in there, you know, for supposedly just 48 hours. But, you know, the episode sort of opens with a day 13 thing. You know, we see all the chaos. You know, we see Kristen's character Katie, you know, the teacher, you know, she's carrying what looks to be a dead kid, and looks like people are attacking each other, and it just looks like pure chaos. And with this virus, I'm really wondering, you know, if it's really going to turn into like almost like a zombie or like 28 days later type thing. Because we kind of seen signs of that in like the present day time of the show, or the day one time. You know, the first patient 0 is, you know, kind of starting to get a little bit hostile with the doctor or scientist in there. So I'm guessing it's going to be something like that. You know, we have to have some kind of, you know, threat other than just being infected. So I think it might be, you know, a type of zombie, or, you know, at least an infected rabid type thing, which, you know, will be cool. Not sure how much of that they could, you know, show on the CW network, but it could still be, you know, something cool. I like The Walking Dead, I like The Strain, so I'll welcome this. And yeah, so I did like the pilot. You know, it didn't blow me away, but I liked it enough to definitely check out the next episode. And I definitely check it out if you get the chance to. Like I said, there's some good people behind it. You know, it has a pretty solid cast to start out. Again, it didn't blow me away, but it definitely has potential, and it does have a lot of promising points to it. So yeah, I overall did like it. I'll probably check out the episode next week, like I said. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get my review out on time. I may be working, but I will watch and, you know, maybe still review the next 2 episodes. We'll see. But yeah, let me know what you guys saw of the pilot episode of Containment. And yeah, catch you guys next time. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and look for Unspoiled.com. And peace. I also should know I did like, you know, sort of the chemistry between Chris Wood's character Jake and the teacher. You know, it seemed like they had a little bit of spark. I thought that was, you know, kind of nice. Anyway, catch you later.